Hello, Gregory, the Architects Coach. Follow up to yesterday's little video about future leaders. I mentioned one breakout group where I went to speak to two architects from big corporate firms, and they talked about their missing office excursions and office parties. And there was another situation from another breakout room where we were talking about leadership, and this one was particularly interesting because there were 4 people in the breakout room. One person, the name was on the screen, there was no camera and no sound. Another person, there was no camera but there was a sound, and then was myself and one other person with camera and sound. She was a young architect who was on maternity leave, and we decided we were doing a role play. It was suggested that we could do that with the 2 of us, with the third person observing, the third person without the camera. But the third person without the camera said she couldn't put her camera on because she was multitasking at work, and although she'd clearly paid some considerable money to be at a Future Leaders seminar with RIBA, she wasn't able to be visibly distracted from her other work in her architect's office. So she insisted on keeping her camera off and observing and then commenting on the role play without participating in the role play. So yeah, that was interesting to me because I think I teach a lot of students where they're technologically challenged. They either don't have a good internet connection, or they are unable to put their cameras on, or they feel shy to put the cameras on. In this case, this relatively young but not a recent graduate architect was unable to show her face because she was embarrassed about being at a professional development seminar, and insisted on doing it by stealth with camera off, but offering some comments on the role play. And then the 2 of us remaining, who were visibly participating in the seminar, role played managers in offices. One took a sort of confident approach where money was offered to the person whose performance was lagging in order to motivate that person and make them more confident about their role as a line manager in an architect's practice. And then there was another scenario as well where the practitioner used a more gentle approach to appealing to a line manager from a subordinate's point of view, and to use logic and try to rationalize their concern with performance about their team by appealing to their manager, and to say that they felt more resources should be allocated to her team. Anyway, that's as an architect's coach, it's interesting to get a viewpoint on how people are doing in their offices, and I certainly feel concerned for those who don't have the luxury that I do of my office here in the park, of being able to think for myself and do my own work, and that I don't have to hide my work, and I don't have to be on leave in order to be developing my work as the architect's coach. Very interesting experience yesterday. That was called Future Leaders RIBA Conference. There was a great brochure with some very practical techniques to do with leadership development. If you're interested, let me know, I can share it with you. If you want to talk to me about how I can help you with one-on-one mentoring or coaching, or you want to know the difference between coaching and mentoring, feel free to click the link here below. Mentoringclub.com is my platform, a Europe-wide mentoring program where we are making contact with people and trying to help people with mentoring and coaching. That's me for today. Cheerio.